This is going to be really powerful if you stick around. I'm going to share 4 simple steps to help you find freedom, to find that liberation. Be unencumbered by all of the negative, unwanted thoughts, the sabotaging, unconscious, limiting beliefs that hold you back from being who you are meant to be in this incarnation of life. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, stick around. If you really want to help do something amazing today, share this live, get this out there to more people so we can help more people connect, let go of the old self, the old story, and morph into who we're meant to become, who we want to be, and live the life that you're meant to be living. We're talking about how to make life easier. Ultimately, we're talking about how to find freedom. So let's get straight into it. We're talking about exactly what I would do if I wanted to stay aligned on my path to success, and how to tune in to that innate freedom that you have within you. How to tap out of the distractions and the overwhelm and everything that's stopping you from experiencing that life that you want to be experiencing. Get comfy, get yourself a pen and paper, get yourself a cup of tea or whatever it is that you like to drink. I've got myself some herbal tea right here, and this is going to be really, really, really great. If you want to do something amazing for the world today that's effortless, share this live. You will reach more people, and this is how collectively we change the world. Rachel says, where are you from? I'm from a place called Leeds in North England. I'm living in London at the moment, and my wife and I have this business where we help all sorts of people, mainly entrepreneurs, connect to their vision, scale up their vision, and make a deeper impact in this world. And sometimes we live in Costa Rica, sometimes we live in Thailand, we've lived in Cape Town, in Australia. I'm just very grateful for the experience, and I appreciate you in this moment for being here. And I'm here to serve you. I'm not selling anything, I'm not pitching anything. Put your money away. So what I would do if I wanted to align my entire being to the path that I wanted to be on and completely commit to that vision. Step number 1, and this is a step that most people don't share. They just go to the planning and the strategy and what you do want. Come on now, come on. That will fall apart in no time unless you crack this code. The first thing, before you leave the life that you no longer want to be experiencing, the habits, the patterns, the overwhelm, the not being where you want to be type vibes, to know what you don't want is everything. I'm going to say that one more time so it really sinks in. To know what you don't want is everything. So make a note, make a little mental note, or do this now. Get a pen and paper, notes on your phone, whatever, and write what I don't want. And write down anything and everything that comes up that you no longer want. What you don't want to subscribe to anymore. Isn't serving you anymore. What isn't helping you expand and evolve and become who you want to be. So let's look at this from another perspective. You, right now, you beautiful, amazing being, are becoming the best version of yourself. You're in the process of transforming into the greatest expression of yourself. You're watching stuff like this and you're connected and you're aligned and you're tuned into that story. What's going to happen is that's not going to happen unless you figure out what you don't want. And the reason why is because as you go through life, this don't want stuff is going to come and try and pull you back down. And I'm going to explain in a second why this happens. But if you know what you don't want, what you no longer subscribe to, what you want to leave behind, what you want to cut off, who you want to phase out, what patterns and habits aren't serving you anymore, and you know it's time to let them go. When you know this, when you see them come up in forms of distractions or self-sabotage, you can go, oh, that's part of my old world. That's part of my old belief system. I no longer subscribe to this. But if you don't know what you don't want, then you'll forever keep tripping up. You'll keep falling back into old habits, that yo-yo life. We all know it. Oh, making progress. Oh, back to where I was. Oh, oh no. Oh. It'll keep on happening. And this is what we do as humans. Because we don't train ourselves to be aware of what we don't want and then to encourage what we do want. This is classic self-sabotage. So if you're building something, creating something, wanting to scale up in business, wanting to better yourself, grow, evolve, become the greatest expression of you, you might find that there's this like glass ceiling and you keep on making progress, and then just when you're waiting for everything to happen, you're hitting this ceiling and you can see the best version of yourself, your ideal future, the man or woman of your dreams, or whatever it is, anything in love, health, wealth, success, and freedom. You can see it, but it feels so out of reach. And what happens is you hit that ceiling and you come back down to these lower vibrations of imposter syndrome and doubt and fear and worry, and you go down the spiral of doom, and then you go, well, now I'm down here, I might as well listen to the sound. It makes me feel how I feel, and I'll seek out other things to think about that are negative and unwanted, and no more. Game over. We're not doing that anymore. You got one life. You have one life. This isn't a dress rehearsal. How many times are you to go down the spiral of doom, the pity party, the excuses, the victimhood, the woe is me? We've all got things going on. We've all got problems. There's always obstacles. The world is mental. Do not create any more of that in your life. By taking 100% responsibility for everything that happens in our life, changes everything. Half your problems will disappear immediately when you take 100% responsibility and choose empowered consciousness over victimhood mentality, the excuses, the woe is me, the not seeing the signs, the dominoes. Oh, we're back in the spiral of doom. What happened? Oh, no more. I'm excited because I know someone is listening to this and this is really going to help them, because this is all the stuff that I needed on my path. And now I'm living in flow. I'm living the life that I always wanted. I go to sleep at night with a smile on my face because of the action that I've put out, the people I've connected with, my clients, their successes and the messages I get. I'm excited to wake up in the morning. I used to have anxiety for 10 years. I was depressed. I was an alcoholic. I was addicted to this and that. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what my purpose was in this world and what I was meant to do. And I healed all of that quite easily. It took a bit of time, but I did it. And now I live balance, and you can see it in my eyes that there's peace and there's happiness and there's stillness. How did that happen? Well, let's talk about it. But before I do, share this live. Do your good deed for the day. Share the live. It just helps push it out there. This is what the point of this is, to help uplift and embrace those who are seeking fulfillment, liberation, happiness, freedom. We are all interconnected. And if you work on yourself and you start loving yourself, and you start taking responsibility for yourself and your vision, your goal, your dream, your mission in this life, and you go all in on that vision and mission, then you're creating an environment for you to thrive in. And then you start inspiring other people to do it. Oh my God, I've been teaching all of this stuff to my clients, and what happens every single time, without fail, this stuff just starts to make sense. They change their vibration, and then people come up to them and say, what have you been doing different? You look different. What's happening? What's going on? And then they start referring me because like, oh, well, I know this guy that he seems to start talking sense. So thank you for following me, everyone that's just followed. Thank you for liking and sharing this live. It really means a lot. It really means a lot that we are a community here, even if it's just a small community, and we're doing the good work. So here we go. Number one is know what you don't want, and then be aware of what you don't want. So let's just look at it. You've got distractions. Maybe you're socializing with people you don't really want to be socializing with, that aren't helping you grow, helping you evolve. Procrastination's another one. When you're procrastinating, it's just fear. It's fear of the thing that you want to be doing. So you make up all these excuses, and you create an environment to keep you small, to keep you safe. But if you want to grow, you want to evolve, and you want to become the person that you're meant to become, you got to break out of that. I like it how it is. I use the same mug to drink my coffee or my tea. I use the same pen. I do the same thing. I walk the same route. I drive the same route. Elsa says, your energy is amazing. My energy is your energy. Energy is never created or destroyed. Let's break it down. Let's get a little bit sciencey just for a second. Everything is energy. Everything is moving. Everything is in flow. We are energy. When they looked at the atom in the most highly advanced microscopes, and they see this atom, this physical thing, and they break the atom, energy is released. Everything is just always comes back to energy. Energy flows where our attention goes. If our attention is going to what we don't want, this energy that we are, that we have, our energy flows like a pendulum that way. So if we're focusing on what we don't want, we create it. We literally create it. And same on the other side. If we focus on what we do want, we create that. So by taking 100% responsibility for our life, for our mission, for our vision, for our goal, for our dream, we are both the creator and the destroyer of the outcome. So I'm 40 years old right now. I spent the whole of my 20s unconscious. I was in a heavy metal band, touring the world, long dreadlocks, smoking, drinking, taking drugs, completely unaware of the world. I was just in a blur. And then I spent my 30s going, I don't want that anymore. I want to figure out what my purpose is, what my calling is, what my vision is, what my dream is. I need to know what that is. So I chopped off all of that. I got rid of all the distractions, a lot of the old people. And I focused that energy into what was going to help me grow, what was going to help me evolve, what was going to keep this smile on my face and that look in my eye that might make others go, ooh, I want a bit of that. What's that? So what that is consciousness. And we are all connected. We are all energy. And we can go from tuning into fear and doubt and worry and creating a world that reflects that. So you feel doubt, worry, shame, guilt, and you're living in a slow and low vibration. And everything's just difficult. And it's hard. And you're jumping into the past and you're dwelling on the past memories. And you're jumping into the future and you're catastrophizing and you're worrying about all the different outcomes and you're scrolling. And you're socializing unconsciously and you're looking for distractions to keep you from becoming the greatest version of yourself. That is energy focused in the wrong direction. Right. Number 2, know what you do want. Oh, who knew that was coming? Know what you do want. We are harnessing our energy and we're no longer focusing on what we don't want. We're now harnessing this energy, we're cultivating this energy, and we're channeling it, we're focusing it on what we do want. So we need a crystal clear vision of where we're going. Otherwise, and I hope you sat down for this one, otherwise you'll fall into someone else's dream. You'll fall into someone else's movie. You are the lead role, the director, the actor, the creator, the producer, the hair and makeup. You are the lead in your story of life. And what happens if we don't know this? We can fall into someone else's story. I was in someone else's story for years. I was working in pubs, pulling pints for £8 an hour. And it dawned on me, oh, I'm helping someone else build their dream of having loads of pubs. And I'm getting paid very little to do loads and loads of work. The most stressed out I've ever been in my entire life. I'm getting paid very little, and I'm just helping someone build their dream. And they don't care about me, really. They just care that I show up and do the job. So I cut it off. And of course, my subconscious mind then freaked out. Oh no, this is the unknown. We're not safe anymore. Oh! But this is where step 2 comes into play. We decide what we do want. I decided, all right, I've been working in pubs for 10 years, getting people drunk. I don't want to get people drunk anymore. I want to live a life that I want to live. So what does that look like? And I created a vision. My vision was to create a business that I could work anywhere around the world on the internet, and I could help guide others to find out who they were, what they're meant to be doing, and dissolve their limiting beliefs, their subconscious blocks, so they could break free and make it happen. I'm a mindset and transformation coach. I ain't no therapist, professional. I haven't got loads of grades and stuff. Like, I just get results. That's what I do. I literally help people get the results they want. And I designed this in my mind. I was like, that's what I want to do. I created the life that I wanted. So this energy that we've got, to go back to energy, it's got to go somewhere. Energy is never created or destroyed. It just is. We are energy. This is how I healed my anxiety, depression, addiction, lack of self-love. I realized that I didn't have any of that, and it didn't have me, because everything is in flow, everything is in motion. We don't have those things, we just keep subscribing to those things. Very controversial thing to say. Some people might not like that, but this is my experience. So I'm owning it, and I help people every day let go of what they no longer want and subscribe to what they do want. Oh, that's when the energy changes. That's when people get excited, optimistic. That's when things start to change and we start pulling this thread. And maybe we don't know where we're going yet. Maybe we just know that we're going away from what we don't want. And we keep pulling this thread. This is what I did. My wife turned around to me and she said, if you don't sort your stuff out, because I was a complete mess, if you don't sort your stuff out, I'm going. I realized in that moment that there's no way I was going to mess this up. She's amazing. She's my best friend. She's beautiful, intelligent, awesome, just an absolute dream. There was no way I was going to fuck that up, excuse my French. So in that moment, that was my rock bottom. I hit the, oh, what I've been doing has not been working. I now need to go and dive into the unknown and just commit to it. This brings us to number 3. Are you ready? Oh, let's have a look. I've got some comments. Here we go. So is it like the law of attraction? So the law of attraction is happening whether you like it or not. It just is. Where you focus your attention, you get more of that. It's like a magnet. And the best way to prove that the law of attraction is real, you put 2 pianos in the same room, hit the middle C on one, the middle C on the other will vibrate. The resonance of that frequency will attract or create, depends how you want to word it, that into your experience. Harry says, my heart heavy with the weight of inevitability, respectfully but firmly decline. Perfect. This is the law of attraction in real time. Harry has decided that my vibes are not on the same frequency with his vibes, and he's respectfully and firmly declining. This is him going, I don't want this for me, I'm tapping out. This is him moving away from what he does not want. And I encourage that, because really, I only really want to be connecting with those people that feel that there's some truth to this, feel that this is helpful, that feel that these words are making sense and they're taking root, because that's what I'm here to do. So that's a great example. Let's get rid of everything we don't want in our lives. Let's stop watching and listening to the people that don't serve us. Let's create more bandwidth in our life to take on the information that we do want. So number 3, and I hope this didn't offend anybody, the third step for me was this, and let's just recap. Share this live if you want to help people and you want to spread this goodness out there and you want to do something good for yourself, so you can tap yourself on the back and think, I did a good thing today. Right now, thank you very much. I love you, I love you, I love you. Step 1, know what you don't want. Stop doing everything that you don't want to be doing. And the moment you do that, you'll encourage and prioritize happiness, fulfillment, gratitude, and you'll start making new habits and patterns that align with that. Number 2 is know what you want. Know what you do want. Align yourself to that. It might be leaving your partner. It might be getting out of that job so you can create that business. It might be writing that book. It might be getting on the lives and just going, fuck it, like, what have I got to lose? I'm here, let's go. And I'm here to figure this out on the job. When I started doing lives, I was worried about what people thought, and I was looking at the numbers and all of this stuff. I'm here to connect with those that want to connect, and that's it. That's my mission. Number 3 is brainwash yourself for what you want. There's one thing thinking it and wanting it and wishing it, and then there's another thing completely going all in. Some people wish it would happen. Some people want it to happen. Others make it happen. I think that was Michael Jordan. And it's people like Michael Jordan and those other people that do the miraculous, the superhuman things. But how are they doing it? It's because they have a different mindset. Conor McGregor, whether you like him or not, he was telling people in public, in interviews, that he was a world champion before he was a world champion. So this is the law of attraction. You put out there what you want, you live it and you breathe it. We're talking about something slightly different. The thing that fuels the law of attraction. This is number 4. Are you ready for number 4? All right, so thank you everybody who shared this. I honestly really appreciate you. Please follow me if you like this stuff and you want more information. And if you're ready to dive into your future self and you're ready to invest into yourself, I have options to work with me one-to-one. It's a beautiful 6-week program, and I guide you all the way, and you will most likely do these tools for the rest of your life because they're so amazing. It's what's transformed my life, my clients' lives, help people grow, expand their businesses, find the love of their lives. It's everything to help you in love, health, wealth, success, and freedom. But that aside, let's keep going. Number 4. Are you ready? Here we go. Number 4 is the law of assumption. You might have heard of this. You might already know this. And you know what? I knew this for a long time, but I wasn't practicing it. And guess what? I wasn't getting the results that I read about and that I knew about. The law of assumption is to assume what you're putting out there is already here. Let's go back to Abraham Hicks. She's wonderful for talking about all this sort of stuff. And the thing that she said that really got me over everything she ever said was, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. If you're needing something and wanting something, you're in the frequency of not having it. If you're wanting something, you don't have it. Have you ever noticed when you don't need or want something, you get it a hell of a lot quicker? This is the paradox we've got to master. We've got to know what we want, and then we've got to stop needing and wanting and desiring it. Because the energy that you have when you don't have something is contracting, it's weak, it's low vibration, and you get what you are. So if you're living as if you already have what you desire, it comes to you because that's what your reality is. For example, I'm married, I've been with my wife for 19 years. I don't think about wanting a relationship because I have it. And therefore my relationship is really strong. So if you want more money, stop thinking about getting more money and needing it and wanting it because you're repelling it. This is why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, because the rich aren't thinking about needing money. They're set up to keep on bringing it in. And unfortunately, the poor are doing the opposite because they don't have it. And this is a sad thing. So this is why the good rich people create systems and charities and foundations to help the poor people and, keep this thing going. But this is what it comes down to. And so if we know this stuff, we can create the life that we truly want. So the law of assumption is powerful. And what we've got to do, now that we know what we do want, is believe we have it now. Know what you want, believe you have it now. And then brainwash yourself. And I'm sorry if brainwash is an offensive term for you. It's not part of my belief system. Positively brainwash yourself for what you do want is brilliant. Because there's one thing knowing the stuff, reading the book and consuming it, and then there's another thing living and breathing and practicing it. How I rephrase my affirmations when I'm in constant pain. Thank you. Okay, good one. So, how I rephrase my affirmations. First of all, I need to know what your affirmations are. So let me know what affirmations you got. But while you're doing that, the best affirmation for healing and progress and evolving is Huey's affirmation, the granddaddy of all of this. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. Say it with me. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. What you're saying here is, in the positive present tense, you're taking control of the situation. This is the law of assumption. You're assuming that every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. If you say, I hope or I want to, you're in victimhood. You're like this, I want to be better. And of course, the pain and the reality of it, it's so easy to think like that, of course. We have to bypass this, go to the end result, live from the feeling is the secret, according to Neville Goddard, who said it so perfectly. Live in the end result, and what happens is when you do, you change your reality, and your reality changes accordingly. I mean, we wash the rest of our body, why not our mind once in a while? Yes, once in a while, every day. Just like we brush our teeth and wash our body. The deal with this law of assumption, all of this stuff, is so you dive into gratitude for already having what you desire. You dive into appreciation for everything that you do have. So how does this look? How do we actually do this? I want you to wake up in the morning, and before you think about future thoughts, what's going to happen or what did happen, or scrolling and seeing what the world is telling you how to think, what you should be thinking about, I want you to dive into, I love you, thank you. And you're saying this to yourself, from yourself, essentially blocking out the rest of the world. And while you're coming around and remembering who you are, the story of who you are, what you do with your day, what you do with your life, I love you, thank you. I love you, thank you, and say it over and over and over and over and over again until you feel peaceful, until you feel back to a point of, and it might take 10 seconds, it might take 3 minutes, it might take 5 minutes, but it's going to be a really powerful exercise. And do this as your anchor point throughout the day. Whenever you get lost in the cycles of memory or emotion, and it pulls you out of your path and you find yourself slipping, going down the spiral of doom, I love you, thank you. This reverses that spiral. And you'll find that you are in a high frequency and vibration of life. So love, joy, gratitude, appreciation, these are all really high vibrations. And you can tune into them at any point. So look, you're going to look around and your life's not going to necessarily reflect where you want to be. Do not let this shake you off your path. Of course, there's got to be this grace period, there's got to be this gestation period, there's got to be a moment in time where you transition and transform into that butterfly. It's not going to be... But what I do know is the moment you decide to take control of your life, paint the picture of what you do want to be and what you want to have and what you want to experience, and then you just completely commit to this, like your life depended on it. When the distractions come up, turn the notifications off your phone. Phase out some of those unwanted negative people that drain you or don't support you. Stop doing those things that you know you don't want to be doing anymore. What immediately happens is you feel lighter. You feel less overwhelmed. You feel proud of yourself for doing those things that you have been trying to do for ages. Start with one thing and just commit to it every day. Something small. It could be 10 minutes to meditate, to journal, to look in the mirror and say, I love you. Thank you. You might be saying it begrudgingly at first. I love you. Like not looking at the mirror. Oh, I love you. Thank you. Say it before you go to sleep. Brainwash yourself for success. So, has anybody got any questions related to what we're talking about? All right, the shit I went through, I can't even explain. I got you. I hear you. Some things are beyond words. It's just too painful. And I'm going to share with you a phrase right now, which might sting. You might not want to hear. You might even get off this live when I say it, but it's the thing that helped me. I went through some stuff. I went through 10 years of hell. Depression, anxiety, all the rest of it. I was an alcoholic. I couldn't leave the house without being... I'm not even going to bother with that story because I'm more about what we can do. I don't want to dive into all of that. I don't want to lower the vibration of this beautiful life. But I will honor it and connect with you on that level by saying the thing that helped me break free from my past was realizing if I kept replaying the past and talking about it and speaking of it or being like that person, I was addicted to it. And what I was doing is I was carrying it into my present and then expecting it to keep on happening. So the most powerful thing I ever realized to change my story for good. And again, if you saw what I looked like and who I was when I was that person, you literally wouldn't know we're the same people. I completely transformed. This stuff works. So I said, it was what it was. It is what it is. It will be what it will be. Anytime a negative, unwanted memory comes up, it was what it was. What that does is it removes you from that triggering dialogue of, oh, it was sad, it was difficult, it was painful, you don't understand, you don't know what I've been, all of that. It's not serving anybody and it's not serving me or you. It was what it was. It just was what it was. I don't have to forgive them. I'll accept what happened. It was what it was. Right now, it is what it is. Look, I was living in Costa Rica. We were like, oh, this is our dream life. We've done it. Running on the beach in the morning, drinking fresh coconuts, hanging out with our friends. It was beautiful. I cracked the code. This is it. I'm working all over the world from a laptop, sat on my balcony, getting kissed by the sun. Achieved. Then we find out my mother-in-law needs looking after. Okay, she lives in England. All right, so we came back to England. We're selling this place, we're selling her place, and we're all moving in together. I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't what I wanted to happen in my... I was happy in Costa Rica, and then coming back for Christmas, and then going to Thailand. Then coming back for the summer, then going to Costa Rica or Australia, whatever. We all have shit to do. We all have shit to deal with. Stuff happens. And in my life, I had to become a full-time carer for my mother-in-law because it's just what it is. It is what it is. It's what we just have to do right now. There's no other option. So my mind went like this. Oh no! Oh, why me? Oh, this isn't it. And I went, nope. And I caught it immediately. And I decided in that moment I would not honor any of that thought again. And I would embrace it. I'll see it as an opportunity. It is what it is, and it will be what it will be. And I got to tell you, although I've had to come back from Costa Rica and now we're going to move house, it's just going to be what it'll be, and that's it. And look, you can see that I'm happy. I'm still at peace. I'm in the eye of a storm. I've got family members in hospital. I'm helping lots of people. I've got stuff going on. You've got stuff going on. I hear you. I see you. I feel you. What I'm talking about is focusing on you and who you're becoming and where you want to go. Because everything is going to constantly keep coming at you. But if you can harness that power within you, you can cultivate the good stuff, you can ride the waves of life, no matter what happens in your life, it won't stick to you. It won't attach to you because you won't let it, you won't allow it, and you'll navigate anything that you need to navigate. That's how powerful this stuff is. And if you like this stuff, click share. Let's get this out there into the universe and help more people tune into love, light, gratitude, appreciation. Because let's face it, there's all sorts of stuff going on in the world. There's all sorts of stuff going on in our individual and collective lives. And excess suffering and stress created by you and me is not on the agenda anymore. I want this to be the last time you allow yourself to wallow in sadness and go into the spiral of doom, and instead focus all your attention on becoming who you're meant to be. Because you've got a mission, you've got a job to do, you've got a vision, you've got a dream to accomplish. Time will go past and there will be a point where you go, I didn't do the thing. What happened? I don't want that to happen for you. I want you to experience what it is that you're meant to experience. And we can start by breathing slowly and deeply into this present moment and seeing how we feel. And we can start by ignoring the distractions that keep on coming at us. Like a plane, as it takes off, it needs the wind. It needs that resistance to take off. So the distractions and the triggers are the guides. Oh, not going to do that because it's pulling me away from this. So brainwashing yourself for what you do want is everything. Creating an environment that reflects who you are, how you feel, what you want to achieve. How does that look? It looks like maybe cutting off some friends that aren't serving you. It looks like creating boundaries to protect yourself and your energy. It looks like following your passion, your purpose, your calling, your dream, your vision. It looks like focusing and getting rid of all notifications. It looks like not doom scrolling and feeding yourself with positive literature or videos, lives like this. It looks like sharing these lives so you feel good about yourself and you're helping me, yourself, and the planet just by sharing this positivity. This is how this stuff works. People get overwhelmed because like, oh, I want to do some good and I want to make an impact, and they get overwhelmed by not being some massive person out there doing massive things. Just focus on you right now and do more good and less bad. More things that encourage you and inspire you, and less things that distract you and pull you down. And if you keep doing this on a daily basis, this tipping point will happen and your reality will change. Look, I've been through so much stuff to know that this is 100% real. This stuff works. And I've been guiding and teaching people for years now and helping them locate these limiting beliefs and the habits and distractions, and helping them rewire themselves for what they do want. And every single one of them that's committed to themselves and their story and their vision has flipped the switch, has changed the story. And some of them are even guiding other people now. It's beautiful. I invite you to start loving yourself. I invite you to start, and when I say invite, it might just be remind. Remind yourself to love yourself, to love your mission, to love your dream, to love being of service, to love who you've become, to love all that you've overcome, to love the journey and not just the destination, because it doesn't work like that. The future never comes. Have you noticed this one yet? The future never fucking comes. It's always the present moment. Oh, I'll be happy when I've got the big house, when I've got the friends all around the big table, and yeah, I'll be happy then. Will you? Or will you be worried about the cooking and the dinner and the dogs pooed on the floor and someone says something that offended you? It never ends. Be happy now. Be here now. Be focused now. Be your future self now. And keep repeating this over again. All right, how's it actually look? All right, let's tune in. Who wants to do a little tuning in for the last few minutes? I need 3 yeses. Otherwise, I don't want to waste everyone's time. We're going to tune in. We're going to feel love. And we're going to allow our being to be in the environment to allow gratitude and love to cultivate within us. I mean, we are love. We're just allowing ourselves to really dive into it. Yes, Katerina. Yes. We've got 1. I need people. Oh, we got 2. I need 1 more person. By saying yes, you're inviting opportunity. You're inviting your future self to come give you a big old hug. All right, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to relax your shoulders. And just for the next few minutes, I want you to forget about what you gotta do. I want you to forget about everything that you've done. I want you to forget about everything that's on your to-do list. I want you to forget about the story of who you are, all the struggles, all the suffering, all the overwhelmment. I want you to start breathing in and out, slowly in through the nose and out the mouth. Start breathing into your lower belly. That's it. I want you to drop those shoulders. That's right. Even more. Relax your face. Relax your jaw, relax your eyes, close your eyes. Start breathing slowly, deeply, and consistently. Okay. Now I want you to smile. And what you're doing when you smile is you're telling your body, your mind-body connection that you're safe. All is well. Right here, right now. You don't need to be anywhere. You don't need to do anything. There's nothing to create or do or manage. Keep breathing slowly and deeply into your lower belly. Smile. And your body should be feeling more relaxed right now. The sound of my voice. Keep smiling. Keep breathing. You have the power to change the chemicals in your body to support you. You have the power to heal your body if you focus your attention on already being healed. We've seen this over and over and over again. You also have the power to dive into fear, and freak out, and create the chemicals that make your breathing slower and harder and more difficult. So right now, smile and feel love. Feel love in your heart space. Keep smiling, keep breathing. Feel that warmth and cultivate that feeling. If you're finding it hard to locate the feeling of love, just remember something that you love. Now, I'm amplify that feeling and let it surround you, envelop you, and allow it to come out of your body. Keep breathing. Breathing is the ignition. The smile is the anchor. Keep breathing, keep smiling, and now crank up that feeling of love. Allow it to flow through you and around you and all around the room that you're in. Blessing everything in your room with love, your computer, your phone, your kettle, your oven, everything that you use and that you don't even think about. It brings you joy. Keep breathing, keep smiling, keep letting go. Tap out of the past, tap out of the future. Be here now. Keep breathing, keep smiling, keep feeling love. Now I want you to just focus on the story of who you're becoming, the greatest expression of you, the best version of you, the version of you that you can go to sleep with a smile on your face because you did the things you wanted to do. Maybe you didn't, but you let go. Just, I'll do it tomorrow. You don't hold on to it, you don't feel guilty. You're just in flow, you feel good. You feel proud of yourself because you're aligned, you're making progress, you're working on yourself, you're connecting with high vibe people, you're following your dream, your desire. And I just want you to feel nothing but love for yourself right now. Feel proud of yourself. Because you woke up today, the universe is not done with you yet. You have more to achieve, more to conquer. You've not yet met all of the people that are going to love you for who you are. Just sit with that feeling of love right now and enjoy it. How often do we do this? Oh my God. Feel that love in your heart, all around your body, all around your room. Keep smiling, keep breathing. Soon we're going to come back into reality, this 3D reality. I'm going to do what we need to do, but we're going to bring this essence of love and stillness and peace and calm and harmony, and we're going to feed it into everything that we do, every conversation, every action. The way that we look at ourselves in the mirror, the way that we feel about ourselves, the way that we feel about is now peppered with love, clarity, a little sprinkle of optimism. Okay, put your hands together on your heart. I want you to breathe in deep and let go. Let go of everything you don't need and breathe in deep. And release everything you don't need. One more time, breathe in deep. And let go, let go, let go. Okay, well, that was about an hour. If this has been enjoyable, watch my free YouTube Mindwave Transformation, hundreds of hours of awesomeness. And if you're ready to transform, break through, break free, honor your future self, go to the next level, scale up, make a bigger impact, DM me the word freedom, then we'll go through these steps together and it will be amazing. Katerina, thank you so much. I love you. Thank you. Je pleure, I can't do French. I make myself sick through my thoughts. I'm sick of it. What can I do? It's literally noticeable. I'm aware of it, but how do I change it? You go to my YouTube channel and you look at the playlist for self-talk and you start there. I make myself sick through my thoughts. You, right now, are projecting, spelling out words. That's why they call it spelling. I make myself sick when I do. You are basically telling your future self what you do not want. Your future self is writing it down, and that's why it keeps on happening. So what we want to do is reframe everything in the past. I have been making myself sick. Up until now, I've been making myself sick. I used to make myself sick. Previously, I've been making myself sick. But now, I'm going to follow these videos. I'm going to commit to changing the story. You're not lying to yourself. You're just changing the ending. And this is how we rewire our brain. And this is how we change our story. We change the inner, and the outer changes accordingly. YouTube page again is Mindwave Transformation, and it'll come up, and check out the playlists. And again, if you're ready for it, only for those that are ready. It is an investment. You know, the free stuff is out there. I've got loads of free stuff. But if you're ready yourself and get a bespoke plan of action so you can break through and change your life finally, so you can stop jumping from course to course and guide and coach and finally make it happen, DM me the word freedom, and I cannot wait to connect with you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Like I get a thought that tells me I'll be sick, and then I am. Yeah, dude, you've just got to change the story up here. You've got to decide what you don't want and decide what you do want, and then convince yourself, brainwash yourself for that, and eventually you'll get a tipping point. So 2 lists. One is what I don't want, and one is what I do want, and then do everything in your power to stop doing those things and to do more of those things. It sounds simple, but it's an amazing start. And then check out my videos and I'll just piece it together. Just keep watching them. Watch one a day, watch one a week. Apply all of this stuff. Thanks for watching. Come share this live if you want to be an absolute legend. DM me the word freedom if you want to break through to new levels of success and love, health, wealth, freedom. I got you. All right, I love you. Speak soon.